take a look at the board and go over the workout before we get the demonstration going today. So this is going to be an all body weight workout. I've got 20 feet marked off here in between cones. So the first exercise, we're going to do a forward and reverse crawl. We're just going to go down 20 feet forward. You're going to come back those 20 feet in reverse. So as a reminder on our crawls, it's our cross motor pattern. So we want our shins parallel, we want our torso parallel, and we want to move opposite limbs. So right arm, left knee, you want them to move the same distance and you want them to stay off the ground for the same duration. So nice and slow and controlled. Your knees can tap, but we want to keep those toes dug in, and we want to move very deliberately and put all the stress on the core, the quads, and the shoulder muscles. After that, we're going to go to squat jumps. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. So we're going to load up. We're going to explode up, land, and decelerate under control. So you really want to make hardly any noise when your feet hit the ground with those. Then we're going to do go back to our 20 feet. We're going to do a lateral shuffle. We're going to go down and back 2 times. So when we're doing this, whenever you're shuffling, you always want to keep a nice wide distance between your feet. You want to point the toe open in the direction that you're going, and you want to roll through the heel and the toe. So we'll get some good work on the hips there, open up the adductors a little bit. After that, we're going to the super plank, so it's a nice hang stretch. We walk down to our tall plank or push-up position. We drop down to our forearms. We come back up to our tall plank or push-up. We hand walk back, and then we stand up all the way. So we'll spend 45 seconds doing some super planks. Low burpees, so we're just going to be in the bottom position here. Knees are always tucked inside the arms. We shoot the feet back. We land on tight quads with our pelvis tilted forward so we don't absorb that impact on the low back. Inhale, exhale. So make sure those knees stay inside those arms. We'll spend 30 seconds on that. Number 6, circular leg raise. So we want to really anchor down with the palms. We'll roll to one hip. We can compensate by bending the knees. We want to get the tailbone off the ground. We go to the other hip. The legs can straighten out. When we're back to our starting position, we go back the other direction. So you're really going to feel all those abdominal muscles working. We really want to get our mind to the obliques to raise them up. Center abs, other side obliques when you take them down. Make sure you reverse directions. 45 seconds on those. After that, we're going to do a knee hip mobility exercise called slaloms. So we're going to get a nice wide knee stance. You're going to use your hands on this a lot. So you're going to come forward. The whole foot and shin is going to come underneath. You're going to get to sit back and down. I have really tight spots on the bottom of my quads here. So a lot of times I'll put my elbow right in there and kind of massage that out a little bit. We'll come back to our knees, lift our feet, and then we'll switch sides on them. So we'll sit back and down. Make sure you get that foot underneath you. Use as much hands as you need on these. Drop the hip to the ground. You can lean into good stretches on these. We go back to our kneecaps, switch the feet, and sit back and down. So we'll spend some time mobilizing the knees and the hips with slaloms. Bridge lift. So we're just going to lift the tailbone up. Head and shoulders are pushed into the ground as long as with your elbows. Your feet should be right underneath your knees. To set that up, lay down, put your middle finger right in line with your heels. Arms should be extended out all the way, and that should set everything up. So we're going to lift up, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings, make sure the heel and the ball of the foot stay in good contact, and I'll just tap it back down. So put as much tension into the posterior chain as you can on those. All right, then we're going to go to a little hopping. So all these mats have lines. So if you don't have a line on your mats, pick one, but we're going to hop back and forth laterally. So a little balance, a little agility is always good for us. So 20 seconds each leg on those. Last exercise, we're going to make a gun. We're going to put our arms up. Do your best not to let your elbows bend. We're going to step into a nice deep lunge, lean back on those, and you're going to switch on each one. So it'll take 45 seconds doing our shooter lunges. So that's going to be the workout for today, and let's get it started. legs.